Welcome back, dead listeners. I wanted to talk to you guys today about something that I see every day, obviously. Every day, whenever somebody passes away, there is always grief. Grief is a hard thing for families and friends. So much so that there are even times when it causes conflict amongst families. Now, I know if you have somebody who has lost someone they love, it's very easy for us to call up, text, send cards, say things, and it's all very thoughtful. And it's not that I'm saying you shouldn't, but just remember a few things. I mean, I hear the phrases like, he's closer to God now. That's a nice one. How about this one? She's no longer suffering. Well, that is a very true statement that I fully agree with. What's another one that people say? Let's see. The pain doesn't go away, but you get stronger. Well, I think that's highly reliant on the person's character and personality, but it's a very good thought. How about this one? Oops. They wouldn't, that's a W, want you to cry or be sad. Well, okay, I understand. See, here's the important part about grief. When we lose somebody that we love, we need to grieve. Am I spelling it right? Now I have to Google it. But we all have to grieve. We all have to cry. We all have to let that emotion out because it's one of the ways that people cope with it. I'm not telling everybody not to say these things to someone who has lost a loved one. I'm just saying it's nice, but it's not always the answer. Grief itself, people grieve in different ways. I see a lot of people out of the dynamics of a family. There might be like 4 people, right? If there's a death of a loved one, there might be a wife, a daughter, maybe 2, and a son. And over here might be a sister, right? Funny how sometimes the decedent's wife and 2 daughters are not handling it well. The son, he wants to help out, so his way of coping and helping is, I'll pay for it. There's always one in the family that's ready to take care of the financial side. The son usually won't be as teary-eyed, maybe, but men generally are quiet. Then the sister will step in. She will be like, okay, what needs to get done? Do we have to fill out forms? Do we have to pay for the cremation or burial? Where are we going to cremate or burial? Who needs to attend? Will there be a viewing? Will there be details that we don't have? Do I have a social security number? Do I need to call social security address? Do I? They are the checklist people. Sometimes it's the daughter. It's usually a woman, not trying to be gender offensive here, but this is just a reality. There is always that checklist person, right? Then there is always that financial person. And then, strangely, sometimes there's also that one person that tries to hold everybody up emotionally. Sometimes it's a daughter, a child, If father dies and mother is grieving, her children come along with her to the arrangement and they support mother. Sometimes there's more than one. Sometimes I actually have a laugh fest going on during an arrangement because the kids are doing so well at helping mom through this. There'll be a moment with a few tears here and there, and then they'll perk right up and say something funny, and we move right along. I don't know how to categorize these folks, these ones that hold everybody up emotionally, except to say that they're very helpful. These people are like gold. I'm going to call them the golden children, the golden child. Then, unfortunately, last but not least, I know there's a lot more to the dynamics of characters when it comes to grief, but sometimes, just sometimes, you have that one person that is not taking it well at all. This person will hate the world. They will call me up. What do you mean it costs $25 for a death certificate? What do you mean I don't have that kind of stuff. You don't understand what I'm going through. Blah, 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 blah. You're right. I don't. I handle my grief a lot differently than you do, sir or ma'am. It's just all about the person's way of coping. All the things surrounding death for people who are left behind are left coping, and these are all different ways of doing it. No way is right, no way is wrong. The only thing I know for certain, and this is just my advice to everyone out there, is that it needs to happen. So whatever your advice is to somebody that you know who's lost a loved one, whether it's words of encouragement, whether it's helping them get things done and being the checklist person, whether it's paying for it as showing your way of support, or whether you're the golden child, even if you're the angry mama over here. Everybody has a different way of coping, but it has to happen. So don't rush them through it. Don't rush. There's a good way. Coping, don't rush. Let it happen. Let them grieve. Let their emotions work it out. Pray for them if that's what you do. Take them out for dinner or distract them a little bit from time to time. But I had the best advice from a friend once, and I think it really helps. Her advice to me was to remember to breathe. Remember to breathe, folks. After my dad passed away, I think I held my breath for about 6 to 7 months before somebody told me the same thing. That was a story I just heard. And I love it because I think sometimes we forget the beauty of passing. And whether you believe you're going to see them again or not, the truth is, it is a part of life. We're all going to pass away. We are all going to have others that will mourn our loss. And hopefully they remember to breathe too. That's my helpful hint. Just a quick tutorial on what I've seen and what I am used to seeing. And it's the best advice that I can give. Am I saying I'm an expert? Not at all. But I see a lot of this, but mostly this. So I hope it helps you guys. And remember, live life to the fullest.